and welcome to Now Showing. The world is changing, and how? OTT has become a strong contender against the big screen. Actors are playfully engaging with never attempted characters, and writers are nothing short of telling your stories on that big screen as a big wave of change takes center stage. I'm Atika Farooqui. Let's start with the headlines. Dasvi is a humorous satire on the link between education and the ruling polity. Laced with credible performances, it's a family entertainer. Find out why Shahid Kapoor asked Mrunal Thakur to slap him hard on the sets of their next film, Jersey. All is fair in films. Juhi Chawla changed her outlook towards kitty parties after Sharmaji Namkeen. She remembers her first shot with late actor Rishi Kapoor. And singers Zubin Nautiyal and Nikita Dutta addressed their engagement rumors while celebrating the success of their song Mast Nazaro Se. Let's talk about Dasvi that releases this week. Directed by debutant director Tushar Jalota and produced by Maddock Films, is one of those light-hearted films that can be played on your TV, on an OTT and watched by 3 generations of one family. Many years ago, the Chief Minister of Haryana, O.P. Chautala, was serving a 10-year sentence in Tihar jail in a recruitment scam case. At the age of 86, he prepared for class 10th examinations from an open institute. Though film starts with a disclaimer, yet the theme has uncanny resemblance to this case, as well as the famous CM couple from Bihar. Gangaram Chaudhary, played by Abhishek Bachchan, has been in power as the CM for as long as he can remember. He's arrogant, master at caste politics, but only 8th pass. His wife, Bimla Devi, played by Nimrat Kaur, is a docile wife who milks cows at home and feeds her CM husband. Singh is sentenced to jail in a recruitment scam case, hoping that he will be out in no time, so he puts his woman on that throne as a mannequin CM. The new CM tastes blood and wishes the man stays behind bars for as long as he can. On the other hand, a superintendent, played by Yami Gautma, in a punishment posting, joins the same prison, and she hates corrupt, casteist, communal, gender-biased and arrogant prisoners. In a heated argument on a person's worth based on his education, he vows to pass 10th or he shall never be the CM again. Well, one woman wants him in, the other wants him out. What a plot! The film Sur, the tonality is always high. Humor, comedy is the primary genre that film belongs to. However, it's a subtle political satire too. Laden with original, funny, satirical dialogues and high background music every once in a while, it is a brilliantly cast, well-performed and crisp film that delivers what it promises. Taking inspiration from Munna Bhai MBBS, where they found out funny ways to learn subjects, Rang De Basanti, where he identifies with freedom fighters, and more of this shuttles between idealism, patriotism and a simple desire to educate people to learn, read, educate themselves. And it sweetly does that. Bimla Devi, played by Nimrat Kaur, is oh so good. She picks up the right Haryanvi accent and body language and showcases those insecurities of losing the throne like a lioness who has just tasted blood. However, her instant transformation from a docile wife to a roaring, thunderous CM who slilessly plots the husband to be in jail is ill-thought and unreasonable. Yami Gautma, the superintendent, Jyoti Deswal, is consistent with the right body language and dialogue delivery matching that of a disciplined cop. She is quite a stunner in this film. Tushar Jalota and his team of writers, Ritesh Shah, Suresh Nair, Sandeep Lezil, keep the world humorous so that the subject does not sound preachy to you. But then, be warned of severe factual discrepancies in the political world that the film creates, because that might bother you. Gangaram Chaudhary's friendly camaraderie around his fellow inmates, Ghanti, a vertically challenged math genius played by Arun Kushwaha, Imandar, the mild-mannered engineer, Prem Kaidi, a poet in love with a girl from another caste, and Rai Bareli, Danish Hussain, a quick-witted librarian, all are so relevant apart from the lead cast as well. Dasvi is a humorous satire that does not aim to be critically appreciated. Its motive was always light-hearted entertainment, and boy, it does it. Many years ago, I had heard a song, हुए नामवर बेनिशां कैसे कैसे, ज़मीं खा गई आसमां कैसे कैसे, चढ़ता सूरज धीरे धीरे ढलता है ढल जाएगा. Cinema has used this narrative of rags to riches and back to the stage again multiple times. Now the question is, even when the chips are down, can one man turn the tide? Can life be changed again? Jersey is the story of a cricketer who is past his prime but wants to come back to the crease at 38 years of age. Well, that's the story. I met up with the lead cast, Shahid and Mrunal. In 2019, this film released with another actor and it got 2 national awards. The best Telugu film and best editing. If a sports drama gets the best editing, which means it was a really well narrated
well, it wasn't
film.
too long. That's good. That's why.
And then, you know, you have already done one Telugu film, which was a remake.
Yeah,
Kabir Singh was a Telugu film, and
Yes.
then it got remade in Hindi, and this also.
Yes.
When you do a film that has already been made, either watching that can add to it, or it can severely take away from what you can offer to the film.
Right.
What's your process like? Did you watch it when you started out?
What inspires you is watching the way the story was told. And I mean, if somebody wants to offer a remake to an actor, they send them the film or they show them the film. So once they watch the film, then they say, you know, would you want to do this?
Okay.
And you know, because there are a lot of factors attached when it comes to remakes. It's very important to understand whether the story can transcend to another language and to another culture. And when we say
Correct.
Hindi, it's a lot of cultures.
Yeah.
You know, every state has its own culture, right? So it has to have something that penetrates or permeates through, you know, many other cultures and people.
True.
So it has to work at a human level. The second thing is the director and the way he tells his story, is the sensibility, the vibe, the sur, the pitch, the treatment of the filmmaker, something that will be relatable for different audiences. Because I think culturally, when films are different, even the language of the filmmaker, you know, because cinema has its own vocabulary, the language of the filmmaker is very influenced by their cultural,
True.
you know, ethos or the kind of films they've grown up watching. You
Yeah,
know, it all
yeah.
eventually we all, you
True.
know, we all absorb from what's around us,
True.
right? So for me, those 2 factors are very important. And so it's very simple. If I can relate to it, I think the Hindi audience will be able to relate.
Fun thing, I'll tell you, it was because I had to slap him. My slap would just reach here. It never reached here. So he's like, "Maar de mujhe, maar de mujhe." And I was like, yes, it looks easy, but it is not
Yeah.
easy. But I think there was last
Itna
day.
solid mana main.
Yeah, the last one I
Abhi bhi
I
kabhi
just
kabhi-
felt it. I was like, forget. And there are times where you have to switch off
Yeah.
completely. You have to forget that, okay, I am there in front of
It
Shahid
means
Kapoor.
there are times always you have to forget it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, Shahid, also because I adore your performance so much, so it gets really
Yeah.
overwhelming that I
think-
can't believe I am on the same set as him. And when this happens,
Yeah.
it's just
Surreal, yes.
it's surreal.
Have you seen such instances in your experience, in your life, where you have come to a conclusion कि यार कुछ भी हो सकता है, अगर
But it's
मेरी
very
जिंदगी
obvious.
में ये हो
I have
सकता है.
lived my life like that. I mean, I never thought I'd be able to become an actor. You know, I was born in Delhi, and my dad was in Bombay, but I was with my mom, you know, in Delhi. And when I came here, nobody really knew us. You know, we stayed very middle class, lower middle class life, and you know, we never had our own house in this city. You know, so every month was a struggle. That, you know, and mom was, you know, she was really working hard to take care of the family, and you know, so I remember when I did my first film also, I used to look at her and say that, you know, man, I'm actually going to be the main lead in this film. And I was actually very insecure during my first film, you know, because I used to feel that there are so many characters in that film, you know, that I used to feel that, and a lot of them were popular actors, and they used to all come in expensive cars, and you know, I actually had to, you know, tell my mom that, you know, I need to at least have a car, because we didn't have a car at that time. So I need to have a car to go on the set. I'm the hero of the film, you know. And I felt guilty also because I knew that, you know, she has to find the money and we have to, you know, buy a car, and it's not easy and all.
Yeah.
And I remember we got a new car. I still remember the Fiat Palio. You know, time
how
pa aayi thi.
sweet.
And I reached the set and I parked my car, and all the cars that were parked next to me were like way more expensive than my car. So I was like, यार मुझे तो लगा था मैं नई गाड़ी लेकर आया हूँ, इन गाड़ियों को यहाँ क्यों पार्क होना था?
But it was
But
your
you know,
car, Shahid. And
All those were the cars of all the actors and director and producer
you
on
were
that
just
film.
starting, you know.
Yeah, so I'm saying I very much feel that I am, I'm living the dream. I'm very blessed to be where I am.
I'm not shy and I'm not afraid of what my past is. People look down upon TV. People even say that why do you still have TV friends? You should not post pictures with them. But they were the ones who came and watched my movie Love Sony. I think the only people who actually went to the theatres, my TV co-actors and friends. That's it. So I take immense pride in my journey.
ट्रेलर में आप तो हैं, दिग्गज हैं, टैलेंटेड हैं, लेकिन दिग्गज का भी एक बाप दिग्गज होता है और उसका नाम है पंकज कपूर. Now many people would have asked you, शाहिद, आपके पापा तो इतने बड़े एक्टर हैं, स्टार नहीं एक्टर हैं, आपने क्या सीखा उनसे? मुझे ये बताइए आपने क्या नहीं सीखा?
I wished he had done more films. People want to see more of you, you know. Being great is all about exercising quality control. You can only be great when you choose only the best. वो ऐसा नहीं होता, लोगों को ऐसा लगता है ना कि हैं कई एक्टर्स भी हैं, and I respect all of them, जो बड़ी सारी फिल्में करते हैं एक साल में. बट देखिए, अगर आप किसी एक फिल्म को अपना you want to submit yourself to a film, can't do more than one film at a time. This is my learning. It's a part of my journey as an actor. कि मैं जब एक फिल्म करके आगे बढ़ूं तो मुझे घूम के कभी ख्याल नहीं, because I'm that kind of a person. I wish I had done more films.
आप कितने साल के लिए बुक रहते हैं?
मैं एक्चुअली एक वक्त पे एक ही फिल्म करता हूँ, शायद उसकी अगली फिल्म डिसाइडेड होती है. बिकॉज मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि सिनेमा बदलते रहता है. आप 6 फिल्में डिसाइड कर लेंगे, फिर वैसी ही 3 फिल्में आ गई. तो इट्स नाइस टू हैव अ लिटिल बिट ऑलवेज टू हैव इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, बट यू शुड आल्सो कीप इट ओपन सो यू कैन समथिंग एक्साइटेड, समथिंग इंटरेस्टिंग.
On the sets of Jersey, I realized that I need to do one film at a time. He helped me out with that. Why it is.
अब सारे प्रोड्यूसर्स जो ये इंटरव्यू देखेंगे बोले, अरे शाहिद कपूर यार, इसने इस मृणाल को भी इसी उसमें डाल दिया, अभी एक ही फिल्म करेगी एक टाइम पे, ऐसे कैसे चलेगा?
पर प्रोड्यूसर्स को तो फायदा हो रहा है ना, क्योंकि अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस निकलेगी तो लोगों तक पहुंचेगी.
But so many people want to work with Mrunal Thakur. You can't disappoint all of them. अभी तूने बोला मुझे 8 साल का कवर अप करना है. You make up your mind.
हाँ, उनका एंगल थोड़ा अलग होता है.
So कर दिया वो, लेकिन now onwards.
Thank you for doing this film and thank you for talking to me.
Thank you so much. It was lovely.
Jersey releases next week in the cinema halls and we will review it on this show next week. But moving on, Juhi Chawla is getting a lot of praise for her role in Sharmaji Namkeen that is streaming on Amazon Prime Video currently. I met up with Juhi earlier this week and spoke to her about her takeaway from this film and her first and last shot with late Mr. Rishi Kapoor.
What was your first scene with him? And which one was your last scene with him?
Yes, I think, yes, not only I think it was that only. It was my introduction in the film where I'm wearing a dress as red as yours.
Yeah.
वो है वो लाउड में घर में जहाँ पर एकदम फॉल्स सारे वर्साचे के साइंस बने हुए हैं और ग्लास का मिरर और गुलाटी साहब.
Yeah.
He comes and where the first time he comes for a job as a cook. And the lady of the house is, so cooking कौन करेगा? And he said, मैं. And she's like, looking, एक cook लोग अब ऐसे दिखते हैं क्या? And then he comes into the house, and then later on, like the friend joins in. And the last scene that I shot with him was the dhaba sequence, where we go for malai kulfi. We sit and chat about his life. He tells, okay, how पहले अपने चेतक पे बैठ के वो इस गुप्ता मिष्ठान में तब से आते थे वो to so that sweet thing we had done.
I watched this movie. Subliminally, it has left an impact on me. Maybe I started viewing my parents differently. What is your takeaway from the movie?
So I think I'm going to take you to another thing because like you saw that and somewhere you related this to your own life. For me, it was this thing about being a part of a kitty party group. Because before this, मैंने हमेशा सोचा kitty party, my God, मैं तो कभी kitty party में नहीं जाऊंगी. मतलब, don't even think about it. I'm not the kind. Kitty group, ये क्या होता है? But then once I got this role and I actually met the ladies, like, first you see them as all fluff, all very ऐसे ही नाच रही है, खाने खा रही है और ये ऐसी वैसी बातें कर रही है, कुछ भी चल रहा है, इनका मजे ही चल रहे हैं. But then you get a glimpse into their lives. तो you know, somebody is young and aspiring और उसको कुछ करने को chance नहीं मिला. So now she has time on her hands, so she's joined the kitty. And one is a young girl. She wants a little finance because she's very good at designing jewelry, but nobody wants to finance her. I have my own reasons. You know, husband was cheating on her. Chalo, so the release is chalo being with a bunch of this and the way they are actually, when you see them, they're so ready to help Sharmaji by the end. वो नहीं Sharmaji एक दिन आके बोलते हैं कि देखो I have to stop doing this क्योंकि मैं फिर से नहीं आ सकता, मेरे शायद मेरे बेटे की शादी होने वाली है and you know he's moving. And this one lady say, अरे तो इसमें क्या है शर्मा जी, वो हमारे बेटे की तरह है, हमें to do list दे दो तो हम आपकी मदद कर देंगे. So you know, why do you have to leave us for this? It's just this sweetness, this warmth which happens amongst them and Sharma ji. So now I feel like, okay, you know, the kitty ladies just have a very big heart.
But what kind of scripts attract you? Because I haven't seen you in a thriller or a crime mystery.
You're very observant. I mean, because not many people have said even this much to me. Yeah, I've actually, subjects like this have come to me. And I've just said, you know, maybe I've just seen so much in life, you know, that to do something dark or where there is death involved or there's, you know, hadse jisme hote hain, mujhse hota hi nahi hai. I don't want to, because to act, you have to live that moment. There's really nothing, the more natural you are, everybody's like, that's what's acting. So acting is actually living it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I just want light and happiness wherever I can get it. So I try to take on subjects, you know, which are easier on the mind. For me, also just to be able to perform, and I feel it's nice na kuch khushi ka dekhte ho to fir khush hoke sab enjoy karo. That's why conventional cinema, you know, the one you went to see in the theaters was mostly about ke shaadi kaise hogi, heroine, naach gana, that dream where you want to say, ये life होनी चाहिए भैया हमारी सबसे बड़ी समस्या यही होनी चाहिए कि भैया लड़की की शादी कैसे होगी.
What is it about this time that excites you the most?
In my entire 90s phase of say one decade, I had heard 2 scripts. One was Aina, one was Dai. From beginning to end. ऐसा bound script थी उनकी.
Wow.
No other film at that time had a bound script.
Amazing.
And that has changed. And today you get the script. पहले बोलते हैं आप पढ़ लो. उसके बाद हम आपसे बात करेंगे.
Amazing.
So,
yeah.
तब होता था ये डायरेक्टर है, ये प्रोड्यूसर है, ये एक्टर है.
बस.
और हाँ 2 लाइनें से फिल्म बता देते ऐसा ऐसा होगा. You said it.
Time for a short break on the show. We have music sensation Zubin Nautiyal unplugged when we come back. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Now Showing. I'm Atika Farooqui. Now, singer Zubin Nautiyal has a song out titled Mast Nazaro Se, featuring Kabir Singh actress Nikita Dutta. There was a lot of buzz on the social media about the two being in a relationship. My colleague Vishal Chatkara spoke to Zubin and Nikita about the song and if there are plans for another collaboration.
बारिशों का वो महीना भूल पाएंगे कभी ना जुल्फ से जब पानी झटका तूने झूम के हाय ऐसी खूबसूरत भूल बैठे हम नजाकत लौट आई पागल आंखें तुझको चूम के इश्क था या जहर चढ़ गया था इश्क था या जहर चढ़ गया था होश में आज तक आना पाए मस्त नजरों से अल्लाह बचाए हुस्न वालों से अल्लाह try.
Zubin and Nikita, congratulations for your new song titled Mast Nazaro Se that premiered last week and is already topping the charts. How's the feedback to the song that the two of you are getting?
I mean, Touchwood, it's been a great feedback so far. And, from family, friends, from the fans, whatever we are getting to hear, people have absolutely loved it. And we are very, very grateful for that.
I think it's a song that was long awaited. I think we were waiting for a massive hit like this for a while, and now it's here. And I'm just happy that गाना जब शुरू हुआ उसके बाद से अभी तक we are still enjoying the process of the song, how it's moving.
There were also rumors of your engagement. A lot of buzz was there when a few behind-the-scenes photos leaked and went viral on social media. Would you like to address that and what type of equation you have with each other?
Honestly, we found it very funny and we were having a good laugh about it. And we, of course, didn't want to add fuel to the fire. So we didn't want in any way, we didn't want anything to kind of affect these songs. I think we had fun, We had fun with everybody talking about this.
But Zubin, you had many concerts lined up last December. You were touring Europe. How do you decide the opening act for your stage shows?
I definitely like to know the local talent there. I like to meet them, jam with them. And जहाँ मुझे लगता है कि ये बंदा भी शायद वहीं से आ रहा है जहाँ से मैं आ रहा हूँ. So I try to get them for an opening act on this.
So which was the most memorable opening act you had in the last tour?
So opening acts are going to be part of my ticketed shows.
Okay.
I know there are great opening acts. I am in touch with them, but I have not done ticketed shows so far. For the longest time, I never sold tickets because I felt that ticket उस दिन बेचूंगा जिस दिन पूरा पक जाएगा. कच्ची चाट कोई खाना नहीं चाहता. So I feel that now I'm ready to hit the stage. I think today, if somebody is buying ticket for my concert, they will have an experience.
Jubin, you've been dropping singles lately. Is there a plan to do a full solo album by Zubin Nautiyal?
If there's a petition to sign that, I'm ready to sign it. A full solo album by him.
Done.
Is there a plan, Zubin?
Yeah, there is. And I'm coming with something that's gonna blow your mind off, literally. I've been working on this album for almost 3 years now. Maybe it's gonna take 1 more year. गाना एक ऐसी चीज होती है जिसको आप 1 करोड़ बार सुनने के बाद भी बोलो एक बार और. अगर वो नहीं हो सकता तो फिर मजा नहीं आएगा. So I'm trying to reach that. जो लगी तेरे पानी पीना ना जाओ पीछे भी खाई ना. ओ साथी तेरी चिट्ठी पतेरी आई ना. ओ साथी तेरी चिट्ठी पतेरी आई ना. झूलो लगी तेरी पानी पीनी ना जाओ पीछे भी खाई ना. झूलो लगी तेरी पानी पीनी ना जाओ पीछे भी खाई ना. ओ साथी तेरी चिट्ठी पतेरी आई.
That's the end, but not the end. I see you the same time, same day next week. You remember to watch King Richard, the story of the father of Serena Williams and Venus Williams. An inspiring story. Hope always triumphs. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.